Good morning. How did we do the reading comprehension questions? Was it easy? I'll give you a tip to do the reading comprehension. Do not memorize the passage. Yes, you heard me right. Do not memorize the passage. However, you should understand the passage, how it is structured, and the main point of the passage. And so, don't try to memorize the passage. Got it? Please return to page number 46 in your English reader. Think about the questions given below and discuss with your classmates. Question number 1. If you clean your surroundings with your neighbors, how would you feel? Question number 2. How does this build a good community? Question number 3. How does this build a strong nation? Like a wise man once told me, we cannot be completely happy if we take care of us alone. Happiness of others around us will influence how happy we are. Always take care of people near and dear to us. The same principle can be applied for this scenario too. No matter how hard we keep our home clean, if we can't keep our surroundings or community clean, it is going to affect us. So, keeping our community clean will enable us to become better neighbors and a better society. By working together as a community, we create a strong bond with people around us. A well knit community will build a strong nation. Our differences fade away in the bond of friendship. Let me know your thoughts. Do this as an assignment and submit the answers along with your other assignments. Now, let's read the vocabulary. Read these sentences, note the highlighted words. As I read these sentences, I want you to take down the highlighted words in your notebook. The cleanliness campaign had taken off, but the workers were not happy. Note down the word taken off. We aren't paid well, but we are always being asked to take on extra work. Now, note down the word take on. Time and patience are running out. Note down the words running out. We will look into all your demands. Note down the word look into. The mayor has sent for our union leader. Note down the words sent for. Our union leader was asked to draw up a contract to meet all our demands. Note down the words draw up. But please call off the strike. Note down the words call off. The workers went back to work. Everyone let out a huge sigh of relief. Note down the word let out. Now, the highlighted words in these sentences are called phrasal verbs. Phrasal verbs are expression which consist of a verb and a preposition or an adverb. So, what did you notice immediately when you saw the phrasal verb? It is a two words verbs and or transitive verb. So, what is a transitive verb? A verb that have objects are called transitive verbs. Now, let's take an example sentence. The mayor has sent for our union leader. Now, here, the mayor is the subject, has sent for is the verb, and for our union leader is the object. So, the action that has been initiated by the mayor has been transferred to the object, here, the union leader. Now, copy down the meaning of the phrasal verbs in your notebook. We have two sections to work out. Section A, match the phrasal verbs with their meanings. Section B, use any four of these phrasal verbs to make sentences. Let's take the first section, section A. Make the phrasal verbs with their meanings. I'll give you an example sentence and you have to deduce the meaning of the phrasal verb from it. Let's start. Given. You will never guess the answer. Do you give in? Hold on. Hold on. I'll check my bag. Third one. Cut down. I'm trying to cut down on binge watching. Fourth one. Check out. We checked out of the hotel at 11 a.m. Fifth one. Kick off. Summer Olympic Games have officially kicked off. The last one. Put out. Firefighters soon put out the fire. Now, let's get into the grammar section. Here, in this grammar section, we'll be learning about three types of tenses: simple present tense, simple past tense, and simple future tense. So, what is a tense? It is the term used to show relationship between time and other conditions and the form of the verb. Form of the verb? What is the form of a verb? There are three basic forms: base form, past form, and ed form. So, what is present tense? A verb that refers to present time is said to be in present tense. For example, I write, I love. Now, what is past tense? A verb that refers to past time is said to be in past tense. For example, I wrote, I loved. Now, what is future tense? A verb that refers to future time is said to be in future tense. For example, I shall write, I shall love. A simple present tense is used to express an habitual action. For example, my watch keeps good time, or I get up every day at 5 o'clock. A simple present tense can also be used to express a general truth. For example, the sun rises in the east. It can also be used in exclamatory sentences beginning with here and there. For example, there she goes. And it can also be used in vivid narratives. For example, immediately the king hurries to his capital. And it also can be used to indicate future event that is part of a plan or arrangement. For example, they leave for London next Saturday. Now, what about simple past tense? A simple past tense is used to indicate an action completed in the past. For example, she left school last year. And this tense is used without an adverb of time. In such case, the time may be either implied or indicated by the context. For example, I learned Hindi in Nagpur. Then it can also be used for past habits. She always carried an umbrella. So, what about simple future tense? The simple future tense is used for an action that has still to take place. For example, tomorrow will be Sunday. Here, if you look at the sentence, you can see that the verb is formed by with will plus the base form of the verb. So, tomorrow will be Sunday. This sentence is generally expressing a pure and colorless future. So, if future is colored with intention, then we will be having going to plus the indefinite construction. For example, he is going to build a new house. That is how you form a simple future tense. Now, we have two sections in this. Section A: identify the tense in each sentence: simple present, simple past, or simple future. Section B: do as directed. Now, let's take this section A. Question number 1: I cook only on Sundays. So, what is this? It's an habit or a routine. So, it is in simple present tense. Second question: we had Gulfi last night. So, the action has been completed in the past. So, it is in simple past. Now, the third question: she will turn 12 this month. So, in this sentence, you have the will plus the base form turn. So, it is in simple future tense. Question number 4: Vidushi studied English last night. So, this one has happened in the past. So, this is an past tense. So, it's a simple past. Question number 5: I will ask the plumber to fix the tap. So, here the will has come with a base form of the verb. So, this is an simple future tense. Question number 6: the film was very boring. So, this is in past tense. Now, the seventh question: Minnie practices badminton every day. So, this is an routine, which is in simple present tense. Now, the last one: we will go hiking this summer vacation. So, here it is will plus base verb form, go. So this is in simple future tense. Now, section B. Question number 1. We reached Goa at 10 a.m. You need to change this to simple future tense. So this sentence is in simple past tense. So what is the verb here? Reached. So what is the base form of the verb reached? It is reach. So how will you change the sentence now? We need to add the word will with the base form of the verb reached. So we will reach Goa at 10 a.m. Now the second one. Father painted the wall. Now change it to simple present tense. This sentence is in past tense. Now look at the sentence. Here, father is a third person perspective. I and we are first person perspective. You is a second person perspective. He, she, it, they are third person perspective. So here the father is a he. So it is a third person perspective. So when you have to change a sentence in a third person perspective to simple future tense, then you just add yes to the base form of the verb. Now, what is the verb here? Painted. What is the base form? It is paint. So you add yes to paint. So father paints the wall. Third one, Pharaohs will build a sand castle. Now change it to simple past tense. This sentence is in simple future tense. So how will you change it? Pharaohs built a sand castle. Now, fourth one, Girish planted a tree. Now change it to simple present tense. Now, again, it's like the second question. So what will we do? The verb here is planted. The base form is plant and you add yes to it. So Girish plants a tree. Now, the fifth one. It is a wonderful park. Change it to simple past tense. So what tense is this in? It is in present tense. Simple present tense. So change it to past. You need to change the verb is to past. What is the past form of is? It is was. So it was a wonderful park. Now the sixth one. I brought orange juice to the party. Now change it to simple future tense. What is the verb here? Brought is the verb. Now, what is the base form of the verb brought? It is bring. So, you need to add will with bring. So, what is the sentence now? I will bring orange juice to the party. Question number 7. Minnie plants trees. Now, change it to simple past tense. So, what tense is this? It is plans. So, it is simple present tense. Now you have to change it to simple past tense. So what is the base form of plants? It is plant. And what is the past form of the plant? Is planted. So Minnie planted trees. Now the last one. The monkey climbed the coconut tree. You need to change it to simple present tense. So what tense is in? This is in past tense. So what is the verb here? Climbed. So what is the answer? The monkey climbs the coconut tree. We have come to the end of the class. Please write down the answers in your notebook and submit them along with your assignments. It was good to share the class with you all. Let us meet in the next class and explore more. Till then, adios.